Hey everybody, welcome back to Know Nothing Garage. My name is Jacob. I have a light. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be tapping in maybe on a couple projects into my creative side. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys can see I'm sitting in the car and I want to do something in relation to this. So I brought this light hopefully to help. But you guys can see I have a shift knob here and very normal. This is an automatic, so newer cars like Toyotas don't have a click button or anything. So if I wanted to replace this shift knob, I literally just twist it a few times. Get it loose here. There we go. And it just pops off. So you guys can see it is just threaded. It's literally just a little threaded pole. So if I wanted to replace this, I can just find something with the same threads. A lot of them clamp on here. But I actually was thinking about trying to maybe make something. And I was looking around the shop to try and figure out how to do this. And I realized if I found a nut that was the same thread, I could basically just weld it to whatever I wanted and just make my own shift knob. So that's what I kind of wanted to do. And I was looking around trying to figure out what could I make this out of? Could I fabricate metal? I didn't even know. And then I came across this. So this is a Bowie knife from Harbor Freight. I'm pretty sure this was like $8 like 10 years plus ago. I probably bought this in high school. So I wanted to make it out of this, but I only wanted the handle. Obviously I can't use a blade to shift from, that would be uncomfortable. This is kind of like their Bowie survival knife. You can see it has a little kind of like saw blade. Also this bottom part unscrews and the handle is hollow, and it comes with this little pack of like matches and fishing line and thread, which is actually pretty cool. I've never used it. It's been in there for, like I said, probably almost 15 years. So I wanted to take this apart and, you know, maybe grind it. Wasn't sure what to do. Well, then I saw this and realized that this is a set screw, because they make these things pretty cheap. This set screw really just unscrews and then the blade falls off. So let me set you guys right here so you guys can see. If I undo that, look at that, it literally just fell out. So this just comes out, the bottom just unscrews off, and you can see we have perfectly hollow, actually has a little compass in the bottom, which is kind of funny. So now we have a handle, and if you guys could see, shifting this actually looks pretty cool. So this is some type of metal alloy, not exactly sure, it's not very nice. And then I went ahead and I found a nut that also fits that thread pitch. So I actually have a couple nuts that I pulled out just in case I need to do more than one. But basically my general goal is, first I'm going to clean this up. You guys can see it's really dirty. It's very aged. It was in the toolbox of my old truck for years, so it got a little weathered. I'm going to clean it up on the wire wheel. And then after that, I think I'm just going to try and drill a big hole right there. Just drill a hole down into it about level with this, and then maybe like weld that nut in. That's kind of my plan. We'll see if it goes that way. All right, well, this thing actually cleaned up really nice. It looks brand new, which is super cool. So I'm very happy about that. Usually, you guys have seen my videos about aging and rusting and stuff. It's mostly surface and it comes off immediately. So now basically all I need to do is mark out the dead center of this and drill a big hole in it. So let's do that really fast and see how it goes. Okay, so I just used the files, and you can see I made this hole, and then now this nut just perfectly slips down right in the gap. The cool thing is it's actually the same color. So I don't know what type of metal this is. It could be aluminum or just some kind of like steel alloy of some kind. It's not magnetic. So I don't even know if I can weld it. If I can't, then I'm gonna have to do something else here. But I'm just gonna try a tack weld on the side, and I'll quickly find out whether or not it's gonna hold. And then we will go from there. So the answer to that little mystery is no. This will not weld. Nothing will stick to it at all. So that means we're gonna have to try and figure out another way to do this. So good times. This just got more interesting / complicated, but that's okay. We can still do this. So let's figure something out. Okay, so I think I figured out that I'm going to try this. I don't know where I got this from, but it is basically industrial strength adhesive, and it might be able to do the job. So the nice thing about this is the way that the nut actually sits in is it can actually rotate. It fits in between these little edges. So if I bond this really well with this adhesive, and then it sits in here, it might just hold. So that is what I'm about to try. Well, there it is. This was the first attempt at this. I have a nut with a locking nut underneath it, so it holds it on sturdy. I want some way to brace it. It's a little loose here, but then it's totally fine when you actually go to pull it. But I think it looks really cool. It's probably not going to stay on here very long, but this is kind of a learning process for me, and seeing how you know, just by finding out a nut that fits on that thing, you can basically make anything into a shift knob like that. So you can see I had a few different ones. Here's one that got welded on. It doesn't work very well anymore. This one I think I actually welded onto here by accident. So you guys can see that, but it's definitely a cool learning experience. I can take that now. I can go to the hardware store and get more of those and create something else. I've been looking around the shop and seeing what tools I can make into a shift handle, which I think would be kind of cool. So that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I hope that you guys have a good day. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.